One of my absolute favorite Italian niche houses is ACQUA di Parma, and my favorite line is Blue Mediterraneo. This collection is all about natural ingredients that you will find on the Italian coast. It's very natural smelling, very effortlessly chic, and I am absolutely obsessed with this line. It has been a habit of ACQUA di Parma to release every summer a limited edition fragrance or a group of fragrances that have something in particular. In the previous years, they released La Spugnatura collection. So there was Arancia di Capri La Spugnatura and also Bergamotto di Calabria La Spugnatura, that is similar to the original one, however has some differences in the way that the scent is extracted, which definitely modifies a little bit the scent, and I was absolutely a fan of that collection. But this year they decided to release 3 fragrances. The collection is called La Reserva. And actually, I was so excited because all 3 of them are fragrances that I actually really enjoy and I own. It's a limited edition of Fico di Amalfi, Mirto di Panarea, and Arancia di Capri. And the idea is the fragrances were crafted by using a 2-month maceration process, which gives more of depth and texture to the scent. So I have here some samples of the La Reserva as well as the original fragrances, and I am going to share with you my opinion and would I recommend this collection or not. Let's start with Arancia di Capri, and the original one, it's just a very fresh, natural smelling orange with a little bit of spice and some aromatics. This is my absolutely favorite orange fragrance, hands down the best, and I would highly recommend it. But would I recommend it over La Reserva? First impression, I really liked it. It was almost a little bit sweeter, so I get this depth that they were talking about because the orange is not like an orange juice. It has more substance to it, and I get almost like a dusty feeling in this fragrance. And compared to the original one, it was right from the start less bright, less citrusy in the traditional sense, definitely more aromatic. So Arancia di Capri was 100% unisex fragrance, while this one leans definitely a little bit masculine. And honestly, like looking at the notes on Fragrantica for La Reserva, it absolutely does not make any sense for what I am smelling. So there is suede and salt and mineral notes, and the only things that I would say, it smells compared to the original one a little bit more synthetic, like slightly. It's still a very beautiful natural smelling fragrance, but it's just a hint more synthetic than the original one, and it definitely has more depth because it has also amber in the notes. It's still a citrusy fresh fragrance, but it makes this one a little bit suitable for all year round, specifically for men. And I would actually recommend this fragrance, but if you are a woman and you love Arancia di Capri, I would say don't blind buy this one and definitely test it. And if you are a die-hard fan of ACQUA di Parma, specifically for the natural smelling aspect of them, this one will maybe be a little bit of a disappointment for you. When it comes to longevity and sillage, of course, there is a big difference when it comes to the performance on these fragrances. It definitely lasted longer. So Arancia di Capri was very weak, let's say weak to moderate. It's not a cologne after all, so it was weak to moderate, while this one was a solid moderate longevity with a moderate sillage. It doesn't have the brightness that when you first spray Arancia di Capri you get this juicy orange note. No, it's much more muted here. And a lot of the aspects and comparisons that I am mentioning in this one will apply for all the fragrances. Now let's get to Mirto di Panarea. And the original one is such a beautiful myrtle fragrance. It's so refreshing. It's aromatic, it's natural smelling, again very chic, definitely more on the masculine side, but women can still wear it, specifically if you love aromatic and citrusy fragrances. I'm a fan of this fragrance, and it's one of my actually first niche fragrances that I have in my collection. Now, am I as in love with La Reserva as with the original one? I have to say we are speaking about two different fragrances. Like when it comes to Arancia di Capri, I get the DNA. With this one, it's just a totally new fragrance. The original one was myrtle, it was aromatic with cedar and lemon, and it was so well balanced. Here we are entering like totally aromatic. So this is 100% masculine fragrance. And first impression, I was like, where is the myrtle here? Like I am smelling juniper berries and I'm not really getting myrtle. And I thought I was crazy until I checked the notes, and my suspicion was confirmed. It definitely has a huge dose of juniper berries, and the myrtle takes a back seat here. So this is a fragrance that I would definitely recommend for men. It's beautiful, aromatic, juniper berry fragrance, not so much myrtle, with also a huge dose of sage. So you have to love these two notes to enjoy this fragrance. So I would say again, if you are a die-hard fan of myrtle and you wanted something that maybe is a little bit more deeper, maybe more long-lasting, yeah, it's definitely long-lasting. Definitely a much more performing fragrance than the original one, but the scent profile is totally different. Now, let's say the DNA of Mirto di Panarea is not here. So it's not a given that if you love Mirto di Panarea that you will love this one. However, if we judge this fragrance on its own, it's a very good natural smelling aromatic fragrance. Now let's get to the last one, which is the best fig fragrance that I ever smelled in my life. I'm not a fan, I have to say, of fig particularly, but I went through a stage where I was in love with figs and I was accumulating a lot of fragrances with a predominant fig note. And from all of them and from all the fragrances that I've tested, this is the best. This is Fico di Amalfi. It's a very well balanced, natural smelling, again, fig fragrance. In some fragrances you will get more like the leaves, the trees, so this herbaceous green aspect of the fig, and in some fragrances you will get more of a very fruity experience, milky a little bit in some cases. But with this one, it's just the perfect balance between fruitiness and also like the fig fruit and the fig tree. And I have been recommending this fragrance now for years and years because it is absolutely beautiful. So I was very, very, again, excited when the Reserva came out, but I was like, will they maybe enhance the fruity touch, or will they enhance like the tree aspect of the fig? And it's definitely more of a fruity experience compared to the original one. It's sweeter, it's less citrusy. As I said, in all of three of them, you will not get this burst of juicy freshness that you will get in the original ones. This is more muted, but has more depth and is deeper. Here it's also sweeter, deeper, a little bit powdery, and overall a softer experience. It's a little bit more of an edible fig note, so it's more fruity, but not going all the way to other fig fragrances that are like photorealistic or are like you want to bite them, they are like on the gourmand side. This is not it. It still has a nice balance, let's say, between the green aspect and the fruity aspect, but definitely the emphasis is more on the sweet, juicy fruitiness of the fig note. The base, again, you have more of an ambery experience. It's also the one that is still unisex compared to the original. Even I would say it's even a little bit more feminine than the original one. Don't get me wrong, the original one is still unisex if you love, again, the scent profile, but this one just leans slightly more on the feminine side. This is absolutely gorgeous, and from the three that I've mentioned, this would be for me the winner. Now, my final thoughts. I definitely am slightly disappointed with this release because, for the exception of Fico di Amalfi, the two other fragrances I find like they steered away from what is really the Blue Mediterranean line. Because when it comes to Arancia di Capri, they steered away a little bit from what is the Blue Mediterranean line with the synthetic notes, with the mineral. Like, I get it's the salt, mineral notes. See, I mean, I get it, but it's still, yeah, if I would smell that fragrance, I would never guess it is an Acqua di Parma. Acqua di Parma is known for its natural smelling fragrances, specifically the Blue Mediterranean line. So that was my disappointment with Arancia di Capri. While with Mirto di Panarea, it is called Mirto di Panarea. So the main note should be myrtle, not juniper berries. And the sage shouldn't be so overpowering. So it's a totally different fragrance. It does smell natural, yes, but it would have been a perfect new scent for Acqua di Parma or for the Blue Mediterranean line. And the three do not have, as I said, this brightness that you will get. That is also the signature of Acqua di Parma. If you know, Acqua di Parma is well known for the opening, this bergamot citrusy opening in all of the fragrances is stunning. It is not present here, which is definitely not something that I would judge. Actually, some people like more this experience. So it's definitely more of a deeper experience, but it's also more of a softer experience in a way, because without this brightness that you will get in the beginning, the overall experience is more muted. But it is definitely much more long lasting. And generally speaking, I expected a little bit more, to be honest. It's a good idea and I was very excited about it. But I feel like it's kind of boring in a way. I really loved La Spugnatura because I could really get how, like, the method of extracting the scent changed it. While here I feel like it's more about not the maceration but other notes mixed with the scent. Anyway, that is just my personal opinion. However, the three scents are actually quite good. Of course, as I said, my favorite one, the one I would recommend from them as the best, is Fico di Amalfi La Reserva. If you are interested in this line, it is again a limited edition, so definitely get your hands on it. It's still available, I can see, so try to get your bottle before it is totally gone. It is a true limited edition. If you know, you know. La Spugnatura was gone so quickly, and I mean, like, the idea that I can still find La Reserva and La Spugnatura was gone like after 2-3 months after the release tells you about the success of this line. And that was it. That was my review on the collection of La Reserva from Acqua di Parma. I have a whole buying guide on the Blue Mediterranean line. I will leave it linked down below, as well as all the fragrances that came after the buying guide. I will link everything in the description. I have also buying guide on Signatures of the Sun, of the Nobile line. The only line that I didn't do a buying guide on till now is La Colonia, but I am definitely going to do it next summer. So if you love fragrances, you love Acqua di Parma, don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so you will get notified when I upload any new video. Please tell me in the comments down below what you think about this collection and which one is your favorite. Thanks a lot for watching and see you next time. Ciao!